in a club with my homies.
Hello gang, hello friends, hello gang friends. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this video finds you well. If you're new, hello. Hi. My name is Jo and I do nail stuff. She does stuff and nail stuff, and the stuff she does with nails is done with nail stuff and nails. Let's do it. So I'm going to do a few more things with the angel paper that everyone's raving about at the moment with these Aurora nails. I thought we'd do some other stuff with it. We are starting with Dolly Daydream, and I've done one coat of that, just a thin coat, and cured it, and I'm now taking the same thing again, Dolly Daydream, and I'm doing another thin coat, and then while that's still wet, so I haven't cured that yet, I'm going to just run some kind of veins of Dolly Daydream and Alaska. Nothing fancy pants, no precision, just some wiggles across the nail. And then I'm going to take my brush and run it through the Alaska and then into the Dolly Daydream, and then just pink, white, or, you know, white, pink, white, just a combination. And then that's going to give us a marble. I didn't want to, you know, spend ages doing a marble because, you know, I'm lazy like that. So just wiggling my brush as we do that. And then I will pop that in the lamp, and I'm going to do the same with Tiffany and Alaska. So I'm going to do one thin coat, cure that, and then do the same. These are Gel Perfection colours that you can get at diamondglitters.co.uk, and you can use code TEAMDG for a discount. I also have some other discount codes. I'll pop them on screen at some point. So I've cured that first coat of Tiffany, and now I'm adding little wiggles and some wiggles of Alaska, and we'll run the brush through there. We do have a lovers and haters today. Whee! And I also have a quiz for you, so stay tuned. So I'm running my brush through, and then I'll cure that, and then I'm going to jump the gun. Let's get done what we've got done. I haven't watched this back after editing, so I don't know, your guess is as good as mine as to what's going on. And isn't that the kind of instruction that people are here for? I showed you all a picture or a short video of one of my thumbnails from a while ago, and lots of you asked for a video on that, so I have included that in this. And was there something else that people... Oh no, people guessed what my sneak peek was, to do with the angel paper, the crunching it up and using it that way. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to just cut a smidge off, and then I'm going to just screw the shit out of it. Oh no, that's a different genre entirely. Stop it. So I'm scrunching it up. I'm scrunching it. I'm not screwing it. I'm scrunching it up. And then I'm going to kind of flatten it out, which isn't going to get rid of the scrunch marks. But then I decided I wanted more scrunch marks, so I'm scrunching it up again. And then I'm going to sort of flatten it out. Like I say, it's not going to get rid of the scrunch marks. And these scrunch marks just act like a bunch of facets. So it's a lot more shimmery and sort of sparkly. So I'm just trying to sort of iron it out flat, obviously, so it can go on the nail better. But look, ooh, shimmery shiny. But yeah, I said in my sneak peek, it was an idea I had, but obviously it already exists. I did not invent screwing up paper. I know, shocking! So I'm popping some of the first base, which is the base coat, just a thin layer, onto our cured marbly type thing. And I'm going to lay these, what I should have done, because this was a bit fiddly, what I should have done is, like I did in the Aurora trend video that I posted, I should have folded the paper in half, but not folded it with a crease, but just sort of bent it in half and then rolled it between my thumb and forefinger, pincher pointer, so that it kind of curled and then it would rest over the nail better, but I think I forgot to do that. So I didn't measure these either. Should have done that as well because I think I had to trim them. But I'm just placing them on the wet layer and then sort of wiggling them about a bit, and I will cure them in place. I'm going to do the same with the green one here. So while I'm doing that, let's do a quiz. Let's have a quiz. So humour me. Raise your hand in the air. We're going to do one of those. You put your hand up and keep it up as we answer questions. So raise your hand in the air like you just don't care. And only put your hand down if you answer no to any of the following questions. Question 1, are you a subscriber? Question 2, are you married? Question 3, was your maiden name Clark? Question 4, do you have a brother? And keep your hand up if that brother was chatting me up until 2:30 in the morning. Yes, that happened. But anyway, maybe more details in a minute, maybe not. So I'm taking diamond gloss. No, I'm not. I'm taking super gloss. Super gloss! And I'm topping this. I'm using super gloss because it's nice and thick. And obviously we've got this crunchy paper on top. I'm still going to need to buff after because, you know, you don't want to use a top coat to encapsulate. But you could do this whole thing with Builder Gel in pretty much the same way. So I'm topping these with super gloss and then I'm going to buff them. I'm going to buff them quite well, but it doesn't matter if you buff off. So that's them without being buffed. If you buff off any pokey out bits, because it's crunched up paper, you're not going to be able to tell that, oh, maybe there was an extra crease, you know, there, or there's a tiny bit missing there. It's a marble, it's scrunched up paper you're not going to know. Okay. So I've buffed that and I'm topping with diamond gloss, of course. And that's those two, and I really like them. And I should have, why didn't I do a set around my nail that I showed as a sneak peek? I don't know, could have done, would have saved some time, but that was far too practical. So that's those, and I think that looks really cool. And obviously, you know, you can do it with any design or colour or whatever, and you've got this nice glowy kind of, yeah, I like it. Do you like it? Let me know. So I'm now taking Dolly Daydream again. What are we doing here? Oh yes, we're going to do an ombre. Which one is this? Let me pause and check because I don't know what's going on. Okay, I'm in the loop. I know what's happening. I'm doing an ombre here, and then when I do the second coat, I'm going to do a super slow-mo. So I've slowed it down. Somebody said a while ago that it would be great to see an ombre done in slow motion. So I didn't actually do it in slow motion, obviously. I've just slowed the video down. So we'll get this first coat done and then I will do some slow-mo for the next one so you can see how it's doing what it's doing. And we'll also perhaps start our lovers and haters during the slow-mo. But I use a detail brush. I will put a link in the description to an ombre video I did recently that has lots of different techniques for doing ombres and a closer look at everything, really. So I've cured the first coat. I'm popping on the second coat colours. That bit's clearly sped up. And this bit is super slow-mo, so it's 0.2 the speed to 0.2 of the speed. I don't know. I don't care. So this is it. I'm doing it real speed, but I've just slowed it down. Then it will go to 0.5 in a sec. And then it will go to real speed, just so you can see what's happening, because I know it's quite fast moving in real speed. So while that's happening, let's have an episode of Lovers and Haters. Lovers and haters, lovers and haters. Our first lover is Jer. And they say, I think it's rude. I can only like your video once. There's more than one nail. I should get to like it 5 times. So cute. I get so excited when you put up a new video. Thank you. Perhaps we should start a petition to YouTube on that. So now we're at 0.5 speed, and I think it'll jump to real speed in a sec. I find that knowing how something works often helps you sort of be able to do it. So hopefully seeing it in slow-mo is helpful. I always spend more time on the second coat. Although the more time you spend on each coat, obviously the nicer it will be, or the better the result will be. But I definitely spend more time on the second coat. I think this bit must be sped up. Unless it just looks that way because we've been watching it slowly. No, that's definitely sped up. And I'll make sure to work on the sides as well. So once you've got sort of the front bit, you'll notice that the sides are will need a bit of blending as well, which I find easier on clients, the side bits. But there you go. So I'm taking the Peridot opal crystals and the pink opal crystals. Look at the state of my fingers. All that grime on my fingers. I promise, I swear to Thor, it's nail stuff. Because I was sat at my desk before, I was doing something before I filmed this, so I was covered in polish and just nail grime. Or is it just dirt? Maybe I'm just a grot bag. And I have a plaster on because I hurt my thumb. It's not, you know, plasters are pretty gross in general, but this one's covered in like nail shit and just looks gross, but it's nothing like ghastly underneath, I promise. So I've used Super Base. I've done a line of that down this ombre one, and then I'm just adding some crystals in, you know, a real creative, innovative way. Every other colour. I did think about going green to pink, sort of opposite to the ombre, but I didn't, obviously. And then I'm adding some caviar beads. All of these goodies are from Diamond Glitters as well. And then I'm going to use my cuticle stick just to wiggle them into place. And then we will get that shit in the lamp. Discount code interval. You can use code TEAMDG for 5% off at diamondglitters.co.uk. That's where all my goodies are from. You can use code MissJo for 22% off Big Potato Games, which is bigpotato.com. They have some really good games worth checking out. And you can use code BBJO20 for 20% off at popsockets.co.uk or .com or whatever your .co thingamajig is. Back to the video. How is everybody? You all okay? Let me know how you are. Thank you for all your comments on my recent videos. I like saying hello. It's just nice, isn't it? You're nice people. I like you. Most of you. Oh, we have a hater, don't we? I'm topping around this with diamond gloss because it needs topping, obviously. I'm using it to seal in around all the crystals. So I'm kind of wiggling it into the nooks and crannies, and then I'll smooth that out so it's not too wiggly. Let's have our hater comment, shall we? Let's. We had a message that said, and this was in regards to the Aurora nails video I did. So this started as a look that won an award at either a Korean or Japanese nail competition. I mean, way to mix up your annyeonghaseyo's and your konnichiwas. Nice, good job there. It then says their style of nails are often short and yes, sometimes bubbly, spelt wrong. Cubed, blah, blah, blah. Unfair to say they weren't a nail tech. I didn't. I said the person who declared them a trend probably wasn't a nail tech. She then said she prefers thinner males. Makes sense. Fits through the letterbox easily. She found some English directions on YouTube. Good for you. And then she says, no need to say they must not have been a nail tech. Again, didn't. None of your nails have been nearly as bright or nice. Which is hilarious. One, because there was another spelling mistake in that sentence. And two, because she's got a shit ton of my videos in her nails playlist. Yeah, I checked. I'll show you my reply in a minute. I'm taking Blossom Candy, the pink glitter I just showed you, and then I'm mixing Tropical Waters and Aqua Holographic. I wanted a kind of halfway point, so I'm mixing them together. Makes me feel like a potions master, like I should be in Hogwarts when I mix glitter. Oh, me and my non-bright nails, including the neon multicolour rainbow ombre leopard print she's got saved in her playlist. Yeah. I see you. So this is our little concoction, and we're going to do a glitter ombre, which I know this uttering the words can strike fear in many, but if you can do a glitter fade, you can do a glitter ombre because it's just 2 glitter fades. It's a fade from the tip up, from the free edge up, and then a fade from the cuticle down, but just at the same time. So I'm starting with the bottom. I think that works best starting with the bottom. I've put a coat of the first base down, haven't cured it, so I'm sticking this to the wet coat of first base, and then I'm just fading that up, and then I will take the pink and fade it down. It looks better to do the bottom one first, which I learnt from not doing the bottom one first, because it then looks like the top is fading into the bottom because we're bringing the top one over the top as opposed to the other way. So I've switched out for the pink glitter now. Again, still haven't cured, and I did only do 1 coat of the ombre on this nail because we're covering it up, so it was just a base. And we're going to do what we're doing. We're going to pat this one down over where we faded the green up, and then sometimes I'll add a bit more. I don't know if I did here, but I will add a bit more of the green in the center if I feel that I've overpowered it too much with the pink, or vice versa. So I'll keep doing that, and then I will give it a good pat to make sure it's smooth. So I'm running my finger and then patting with a brush down the sides to make sure it's smooth. On a client, I'll use a cuticle stick and sort of outline around their sidewalls and cuticle, and then obviously where you do that, it sort of kicks up some glitter, so you then have to press that flat, and then when you press it flat, it kind of pushes it back into the sidewall, so you have to use your cuticle stick again, and then it's just kind of repeating that until it does as it's damn well told. And then you cure that. And then I'm dusting that off, and I'm going to top with super gloss. So I'm going to put, this is like the nail in the video that I showed you of my thumb that a lot of you asked to see. I'm doing it this way. You could put the angel paper on before doing this step, or you could do it the way I'm doing it. You will end up having the same amount of layers and coats regardless of how you do it, but I'm doing it this way. So I've topped and buffed. I've topped it with rubber top. Obviously we've got a lot of glitter, so I wanted to make it as smooth as possible, and I'm going to buff it, and then I'm going to add a coat of the first base, and then I'm going to rest my angel paper in that, cure it, and then top. So I'm going to cut this into little shards. So you could do, because I know some people might question, you could do the angel paper straight on top of the glitter, so add, you know, a bit of a wet layer to the glitter, just a thin one, and then add the angel paper, and then top with a thick, and then buff to smooth, and then top. But I do it this way because it means our angel paper is going to be a bit smoother. It's not going to, if you lay it straight onto glitter, it's going to have a lot of crinkles in it because it's not a smooth surface. So I do it this way just so it's smooth and you get a smoother, you know what I'm trying to say. But again, you can do it the other way. You'll end up with the same amount of coats or whatever. And you can do this all as an encapsulation on an extension or in an overlay as well. So I clearly didn't measure out my shards, and I wish I'd placed them so the thicker end was at the top on all of them, but I did them one down the center and then upside down for the other ones to try and, you know how you put shoes in a shoebox to sort of fit them like that. But I wish I had done the thicker bit at the top because it doesn't show up very well, or perhaps I should have used a different angel paper because it doesn't show up on camera as well as the one on my thumbnail in the video that was in the last video. Oh goodness, I feel like I've said a lot of confusing things in this. So I topped that, and it absolutely did not need buffing again. The only reason I've buffed it was because I wanted the satisfaction of topping a glitter and angel paper nail from buffed. That's the sole reason. It was fine already, but I wanted to do that. So that is the technique for the thumbnail of my thumbnail that I showed in my last video. And someone said I need to change the writing on my thumbnail. I know, my nails, and I still have this on. Sometimes I've got different nails on by the time the video's uploaded, but no, my nails are a disaster at the moment. The growing is not going very well. So that's that one, our glitter ombre. Glitter ombre with angel paper. And is this the last one? I think so. I'm taking Dolly Daydream again, and I'm going to just wiggle it down the nail. You don't need to be neat, just get a sort of diagonal. And I've done 2 coats of that, and I'm now taking the first base and I'm going to pop that on there. I'm not going to cure it. I'm going to take some of our scrunched up angel paper again. Oh, see, this is what I was meant to do earlier. This is the wiggling. I didn't do a very good job because I normally do it in my right hand, but I couldn't because of my ugly plaster. But we are going to lay that over the join. And again, I didn't cut them. I should have cut them before I put them on the nail, so I had a bit of a mare with this. But it kind of, it's fine in the end. It is fiddly, this stuff. And it probably would work, well, it would work much better encapsulating it in builder gel or acrylic or something like that. But I wanted to do it with gel because I think if you do acrylic or you do builder gel, then you do gel polish. But if you do gel polish, you don't necessarily do builder and acrylic. So this kind of covers everybody. And I think if you know how to do it in gel polish, then you'll know you can transfer it to doing it with or translate it to builder and acrylic. I think this, I had to file some of this. Oh, I'm topping, so I've cured the angel paper in the wet base coat, and I'm now topping again with super gloss. I'm taking a file, this file, oh look at it, poor thing, it's seen better days. It's the same file I've been using through the whole of lockdown since whenever it started, 15 years ago. But I haven't had any clients, I'm not using it on people, so I'm using my tatty one. I'm not trying to impress anybody. So I'm taking diamond gloss, of course, and I'm topping that. When I filed, I used a file to file off any big chunky bits that were sticking out. And once I'd got those down, I then just used a buffing block. So the file was just to get the big bits off. And now I am using diamond gloss on the underside as well. So when you do glass nails on someone or clear tips, then you top coat the underside as well, obviously making sure you've wiped any dust off. So you get this nice glass clear nail. And then that is the last one, I think. Yes, it is. This is all of them. I hope you like them. My ombre looks shite there. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to say, the brother from the quiz is the brother of the woman whose husband we all fell in love with in the last video because he painted her a set of press-ons, remember? She's been pimping me out. So this is all of them. Let me know if you have any questions, or let me know which one is your favourite, or if you're going to do it. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate you being here. I appreciate you coming back, and I appreciate you commenting. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe if you haven't. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.